It's 2:30 in the morning, Monday, and I'm in the kitchen singing at the top of my voice. My story is much too glad to be told, but practically everything is being totally cold. What?
It's 2:30 in the morning.
And?
Are you alright?
Yes, of course I'm alright. Don't I look alright? I'm absolutely certain I'm sure. Look at me. I'm an actor. I'm a singer. I'm a theatre director. I live in Little Venice. I earn £50,000 a year. I am alright. You, however, have overstayed your welcome. You're living here rent-free, and you know that you shouldn't be telling me what to do. So I suggest you go back to bed. Thank you. Good night. And of course, she was right. I wasn't fine. I wasn't okay. I was very ill. Less than a week later, I was in a mental hospital, sectioned. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Hi, I'm Matt Steinberg, and I'm the artistic director and CEO of Outside Edge Theatre Company. It was founded 20 years ago by a man named Phil Fox, who was a writer, a director, an actor, and he was also a recovering heroin addict and an alcoholic. It's a peer support environment, a peer support group. So fundamentally, that's what we do. But what we find is that a lot of people come to us and they love acting. They love engaging with people in an ensemble. They love this sort of crazy family that forms around theatre companies. And so they devise pieces of work and things that the company members, the actors, have experienced themselves form the heart, I suppose, of what the artistic output is.
Hello, my name is Christopher and I'm an alcoholic addict.
Hello, Christopher.
I'm Liam, I'm an addict.
Hi, Liam.
Mike, I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Mike.
Emma, alcoholic.
Hi, Emma.
My name is Ian, I'm an addict.
Hi, B.
My sobriety date is the 4th of January 2014.
I've been clean since the 5th of June, 15 years ago.
1st of October 95.
Just for today, I'm sober.
Could we please observe a moment's silence to remember the still suffering addict inside and outside these rooms?
My name's Christopher Holt, and I've been a professional actor since I was 19. And I was quite a successful actor up until my mid-30s, when my drug use got to the level that it kind of finished my career. But I was in big West End shows, I was at the National Theatre, I worked with Sam Mendes, Trevor Nunn, Matthew Walshus, big names. I had a successful career, but I ended that in ignominy with my drug use. So after I had a nervous breakdown when I was 44, I was introduced to this company by one of the guest speakers at one of the day programs I was attending. And I came down and I was 45 minutes late, and I turned up and I just went straight into it. It was like I'd meant to be part of it.
I needed to get into the 12-step program. Well, up to this stage of my life, the steps had only been ballet steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I was to find out that there was a lot more to steps when my sponsor introduced me to the steps. Step 1.
Admit your
Step
powers
2.
over your drug
Step 3.
habit.
Step 4. Step 5. And I said to him, this doesn't apply to me.
I would never expect myself at my age, to be doing ballet.
but yet I am. And when I speak to my daughter about it, she laughs her head off and asks me to do a few parries and stuff like that. And as I'm speaking to you now, my thighs are clenching with the thought of doing it again tonight. Yeah, no, I love it. I do love it. I can see it developing into movements within the play. I can see it, I can feel it, and I know it's going to be good. I just know it.
Good, lovely.
Most of our plays are put on in front of people in recovery, so it doesn't bother me sharing my past. I'd like to think it would help others, even if it just helps others to talk about themselves or it's getting it out.
So I got down on my knees and I said the step 3 prayer. God, I do offer myself to thee. Relieve me of the bondage of the self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties.
So we initially started by provoking the stories, in a way in which we created a space for them to tell the stories they wanted to tell. We said, we're examining powerlessness in your life. Okay, so they have to be your stories. They don't have to be related to drug and alcohol. They don't have to be related to your recovery. It just has to be about moments in your life where you felt powerless. And they don't have to be traumatic. They can be joyful, they can be goofy, they can be from your childhood, they can be from yesterday, it doesn't matter. It's just about what that feeling in your life is.
So this guy, he made his fortune in diamonds in Africa. And he took a lot of cocaine. He never took heroin. The minute he mentioned smack to me, I knew this was dodgy. So I told him, no, I'm not going to give you any smack. And he had trouble, he had nightmares, he was telling me, about who he'd stood on back in Africa. So he really felt bad about that. And his nephew came down to his flat one morning and found him dead. And I asked his nephew, how did he look? Did he have a smile on his face? And his nephew told me that he was curled up in the fetal position, as if he died in complete agony.
Break my third vertebrae down here in a neck brace for 18 months. Broke this arm. This leg. Cracked. This ankle. Ulcer. Burst. And it still didn't make me stop.
I was so thin after my cocaine use of 10, 20 years that you could see my cheekbones stick right out of my face. There was literally nothing there. I was 8 stone.
I was having blackouts for a month, and I woke up in detox.
I've been told by a witch to go and follow the 12-step program. Only it transpired it wasn't a witch, she was a therapist.
On my third admission for hospital, I decided it was time to address my drug problem.
Great. Let's keep that for now. It's very lovely and gentle.
Do you feel loved, Mike?
Oh. You missed a bit.
Oh no! Oh, it's pure filth. It's like being in the carry-on.
Bring it back to that. Bring it back to that.
The best thing I see in the beginners, people coming in like I was, when they come in at the beginning, they can't even look at you straight in the eye, they can't, none of this touchy-feely. Just don't do it. They haven't had it for so many years, they've been abusing themselves. Within 6 sessions, I can guarantee you this, within 6 sessions, you can see the confidence and their self-esteem start to grow bit by bit by bit.
I've been part of the company for a few years now. I would never thought in a million years I would be able to write a monologue, you know, and let alone be on stage.
Once.
Once. I've done the steps so many times, and I had like so many different sponsors. I've been locked up twice, and I've been in rehab. I mean, this is my safe haven. It's a safe place to kind of express the things that I'm ashamed of, that I shouldn't be ashamed of.
When I came into recovery, my dad was so proud. I never understood why, but he was so proud. Sometime later, he was diagnosed with cancer. And I was fuming. And I ended up relapsing. But I was carried by friends in recovery. And I was back on track, clean again.
It's like intimacy, do you know what I mean? I learned a lot about intimacy. Look people in the eye and not be scared, you know.
That lift me up and put me there in the middle of the room.
And it gives you some dignity that you lost. I lost some dignity. I feel more intelligent today and I feel talented.
Oh, sorry I'm late. Oh, it's so good to see you. Do you want a coffee? Not at the moment.
So how have you been?
I went out for a drink with this girl I work with, and this guy fancied her. She was like that tiny little Polly Pocket, everyone. I was like, why doesn't anyone fancy me? They always used to go for her. Yeah. So I felt like the third wheel. So we went back to this Holiday Inn, loads of booze and everything. And I noticed they was getting up to fuckeries on the bed. And I noticed that his wallet was in his back pocket. So I just literally leant forward and got it out. Didn't feel a thing. Leaned over the bed, opened it up, there was a whole lot of £50 notes in it. So I took half of it, then put it back in his wallet, didn't feel a thing. Then I was getting a bit pissed off, so I thought, oh fuck it, I might as well take the whole lot. So I took the whole lot, I literally rinsed his wallet, and he did not know. He didn't know. And it was like literally...
I don't use NA or AA or any of the fellowships. For my maintenance to stay sober, I use drama and acting game, but it's your own story. So even if you don't get anything out of it and you don't pick up an Oscar, what you will get, you'll get that self-confidence and self-worth. You walk with your head held high, forget about the past, if you want to. You can bring it up if you want to, but it doesn't bother you.